All right, the first men's haircut that we women hate in 2023 has got to be any hairstyle that's overly greasy. And the reason why should really be obvious. I mean, it pretty much looks like you've gone days without bathing and suggests that you feel your personal hygiene is something you just don't take seriously. Now, don't get me wrong, a bit of shine can look great, especially on shorter and neater hairstyles like the slick back, the pompadour, or, the side part. But longer, greasier hair is just, ugh, nasty. There's carefree and careless, and this look is very much the latter. Next. Now, when it came to making this list, there were a few picks that were just super obvious, and it came to this next one. Let's just say I didn't really have to waste much time mulling it over. Yep, you saw this bad boy coming. It's the mullet. All right, so when it comes to rocking a mullet, I can kind of see the logic behind it, especially if you're a younger guy. We all know that women find confidence to be a super attractive trait in a guy, and what could be a bigger display of your self-confidence than showing the world that you think you can pull off a mullet? Well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, pal, but you just can't. No guys can, except maybe David Bowie or Rod Stewart in the 70s. So please keep it business all over, and not just at the front. So sometimes I feel like we're reliving the emo phase of the mid-2000s all over again. MCR reunited, Paramore is officially back, Fall Out Boys are apparently releasing a new album this year. However, do you know what really does not need to make a comeback? The emo fringe. You guys all know the look that I'm talking about here. That stupid side-swept fringe that was made famous by Justin Bieber and Zac Efron during the High School Musical era. Wearing a longer fringe that hangs down over your forehead can be super tricky to pull off. So my advice is that you should always keep that bad boy above your brows. Also, rocking the side-swept look often means you have to keep doing those annoying little flicks to keep your fringe out of your eyes. Trust me, it was annoying in 2006 and it's annoying in 2023. And if you want to give your luscious locks a complete overhaul and rock a hairstyle that women actually adore, then look no further than the complete hair system from the sponsor of today's video, Forte. Forte's hair system bundle features everything you need to achieve your healthiest hair ever, including argan oil, a molding paste, a clarifying shampoo, and a hydrating conditioner. All right, so the Forte series argan oil will nourish your dry, frizzy hair, protecting it from the sun's harmful rays and making it look silky smooth. Now, for your post-shower styling, the molding paste is the perfect replacement for your go-to hard and sticky gel. Now, this offers a strong and pliable hold that lasts all day and also just allows for easy restyling if necessary. Lastly, the Forte series clarifying shampoo and hydrating conditioner will remove all the sweat, dirt, and other gunk that you have on your scalp while also promoting healthy hair growth. And it really doesn't hurt that the conditioner has an incredible peppermint scent that will have you smelling like the best guy in any room. Trust me, this is something that women will definitely notice. Now, the complete hair system bundle works for most hair types, and you will see the difference in the health and appearance of your hair after the very first use. Forte is offering my viewers an exclusive discount. To get 10% off your order, simply use the link and discount code provided down in the description. Big thanks to Forte for sponsoring this video. And now let's get back to it. Now, do you know what look us ladies absolutely love? A silver fox, that salt and pepper look that has been rocked by everyone from James Bond to Danny Ocean. It shows maturity, charisma, and a feeling of self-confidence, all of which completely go out the window when you try to pull off the next hairstyle that women hate in 2023, the bad dye job. Guys, there is no bigger indicator that you're trying to cling to your youth than dyeing your hair a darker color. And 9 times out of 10, you'll look like Creed Bratton when he got hold of the printer ink. Just let it go gray and you'll look so much better because, believe it or not, denial isn't a trait that women find attractive. Speaking of not being able to accept the truth, up next we have an infamously bad hairstyle that just screams, I can't face reality. It's the horseshoe, aka the Constanza. Can't stand ya. I totally understand that there's nothing that can knock you in the old confidence department quite like a receding hairline. I get it. But I implore you to resist the temptation to keep the edges grown out while going bald in the middle. Now, we're really not too far away from comb over territory here, guys. And my biggest piece of advice is to just buzz it all off and live in the now. Picture this. You go into your local barber, he asks you what you're looking for, and you say, oh, I just want my head to look like a giant rat. No list of bad hairstyles would be complete without mentioning the infamously bad rat tail cut. Now, I know this particular haircut is becoming increasingly rare, thank God, but there are still men out there delusional enough to think that growing out a little mangy patch of hair down the back of their neck actually looks somewhat presentable. Also, while we're on the subject, no dirty ponytails, please. Being able to pull off long hair as a man is definitely a privilege, so please don't take it for granted by pulling it back into a nasty, greasy pony. It really is a nay from me. All right, so this next hairstyle is so bad that even just saying the name of it out loud is enough to make any woman shudder with disgust. Okay, here goes. White guy dreads. Ooh, I know it's bad. Now, it should go without saying that dreads absolutely work on black men. But if you're a white dude, then please avoid them as they just make you look like an unwashed hippie. Also, while we're at it, no white guy cornrows either. If David Beckham can't pull it off, then you definitely can't. So don't even try, not even in 2023. Not ever. Now, in the men's hair world, there are a few stylish haircuts that continue to stand the test of time, looking good decades after they were first popularized. Now, I'm talking classic Jews like the French crop, the side part, and the pompadour. On the other hand, there are also certain styles that pretty much became dated the moment they were unleashed. Enter the undercut. So this particular look is kind of like the hair equivalent of a bad leather jacket or skull-shaped jewelry, and that sporting one makes you look like you want everyone else to think you're a badass. Once again, we have Beckham to blame for this, as well as Brad Pitt and the Peaky Blinders gang, and it's ultimately a look that just screams douchebag or boy. Also, those side-swept undercuts that go really short on only one side, these always end up looking like you're trying to rock two different hairstyles at once, or the power went out at your barber's and you had to stop cutting your hair halfway through. Is that really the look you want to go for? So I've spoken a lot about the 90s style revival that's going on right now, and it's become pretty clear that this trend doesn't just apply to clothing, but also to terrible haircuts too. Enter the middle part. So also known as curtains, this extremely stupid hairstyle frames the face in a very unflattering way and only makes you look like a failed boy band member or one of the Little Rascals. Now, the main reason why it doesn't work is that a really small minority of men are lucky enough to have a perfectly symmetrical face. So when you go for a perfectly symmetrical haircut, it just throws everything out of whack. Now, if you want to part your hair, just move it a bit off center for a look that's more natural and less backstreet's back, all right? Speaking of trends that really should have left in the last century, one hairstyle that I've definitely seen making a much unwanted reemergence is the entire tub of gel look. Gentlemen, it's 2023. The last product you should be really reaching for to style your hair in the morning has got to be gel. It's way too slick and shiny, and using it to style your hair often results in a rock hard and plasticky look that belongs nowhere outside the Jersey Shore. Also, one of the worst things about gel, apart from it making you look like a big sleaze, is that it's one of those hair products that can turn to flakes if you leave it in, and thus it requires a lot of washing to get it out, which can be really bad for your hair. Disagree with me about any of these picks? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Thanks guys, see you in the next one.